Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gambits Friday. That means it's time for Bianca Belair and the Smackdown crew. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and it's what, July 14th now?
Yep. Today is July 14th.
I have my child in another state, and it's freaking me out. It's so weird.
Yeah.
She's in Springfield, and she flew into St. Louis.
Yeah.
And then drove across the state.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I mean, even Kansas City has to have an airport.
I would think so.
It's closer.
What do you expect from children? Literally children.
Children. Why should it be yours? Why do you deserve
Why is it
a...
yours?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't understand why she thinks she deserves a rematch when they took away that automatic rematch clause that we used to have.
Right. Walter's in the chat. Hey, Walter. We have Harley and Sophie. Film is with us. Ravi is out there, and so is Bryce. Hey, guys. How's it going? Everybody ready for some Friday Night Smackdown?
I was like, what? I was trying to watch Dynamite. I couldn't find it. I'm like, it's not on TBS. Something's wrong.
Walter said, hey, Daphne, Travis Smackdown. Harley says, hello, everybody. Sophie says, hi, all of Hollywood is on strike right now. Cool beans. Walter says, Belair will do a promo. Film says, starting off with EST Bianca Belair. I like it. Hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart.
Who's
Robbie
this?
says, what up, up,
Whose
up,
music
up,
says?
up,
Do we?
up,
Oh,
up,
it's Charlotte's. Did she change her music? I don't remember that.
Please don't be wearing
What?
something weird outfit.
Oh, it's gonna be weird as well. She's the Empress of Weird, as Asuka's the Empress of today.
Why we have these like
Bodysuits.
bodysuit things they're wearing lately? It's so creepy to me. Anyways,
Charlotte. She looks good in black though. It makes her eyes and her face pretty. So.
All right. Bryce says, hello, you guys in the chat. How's it going, Travis and D? What up?
What
glad
up?
It's Friday. I am good. Sophie says, AEW All In will be a pay-per-view on Bleacher Report, but no price for it is announced. Bryce says, hello, Film. FaZe is in the chat. Hey, FaZe says, who's kicking off SmackDown? Bianca Belair.
Bianca and Charlotte.
Wish them Char. Walter says, Asuka will lose tonight. Film says, hey, Bryce, good to see you here today. Walter says, Charlotte Flair, woo. Ravi says, what rubbish is Esta chatting about? That she didn't get a chance to get her title. She's really upset and sad about it.
She thinks she just deserves a rematch because
she was a champion. Dante is in the chat. Hey, Dante says,
Hey,
yay,
buddy.
yay. Film's like, yes, McQueen. I love McQueen.
yeah. Who doesn't love queens?
I have no idea.
I like Queen.
And Piccolo's in the chat. Hey, Piccolo says, your worst nightmare was announced this week. Cool. Worst nightmares.
Daniel Bryan's coming back to WWE.
Yay. Is that it?
I'm trying to think of my worst nightmare. Daniel Garcia beat Roman Reigns at a house show. Am I close? Johnny Gargano, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania main event.
Oh, no, it's that stuff you were kind of talking about, but a little bit different about AEW. But I'll get to it in just a second.
Oh.
Sophie says they announced an interesting fatal four-way match for tonight. Grayson Waller versus AJ versus Santos versus Butch. And we are getting a second fatal four-way match next week. Bobby says, Barf Esta didn't get a title shot. Harley's like, disagree. That will set up for a triple threat at SummerSlam. Film says, hello, Piccolo. Hello, my sweet friend. Good to see you. And Piccolo says that they announced that WB Discovery, or HBO Max, is talking about monthly pay-per-views for AEW.
Good deal. Yeah. On their network then. Yeah, you know, let's just throw this out here, and I'm not trying to be mean to anybody or anything. The reason they're doing so is because there's no content to buy right now with all the strikes and everything going on. But these wrestling companies, they're not going to go on strike because their owners are running them. And so there is no union or anything weird that they have to deal with. So they can keep the liveness of the shows going. And so and they're 24, not 24/7. That's the wrong word. They're 200. No, how many days are in a year? 365 days a year. However you want to put it. They never stop. There's never days off.
Right.
And they have Ring of Honor they could do stuff with too.
On AEW.
And so they could put multiple things and just put them only on there. And so you have to have HBO to watch those. And a lot of people like that stuff.
Just like WWE did with their network, even though they did have deals on regular TV.
Right.
All their stuff was
it'll be
on
exactly
their
the
network,
same.
and that's it. Yeah, they'll have it on TV because they aren't going to just put their shows on Max. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Walter says AEW came out with new wrestling rules.
I seen that. Isn't that kind of weird?
New ones?
Yeah,
What?
they made some rules. Like, there's no bleeding in the crowd anymore. Like, you cannot bleed and then be in the crowd. So if you're going to bleed, you can't go into the crowd. There's like 6 of them.
Oh my gosh. Sophie says it is sounding like AEW will do what WWE does by having a pay-per-view every month. Picola says, yo, everyone. Yo, Picola. Robbie says, D, did Travis make dinner for you? No. Sophie says, no, the AEW pay-per-view will still be on pay-per-view. No talk about streaming deal. Sophie says, I wonder with Hollywood being on strike how this affects WWE and AEW TV deals. Nothing. It doesn't. Robbie's like, Charlotte can just put Esta out of her misery with the figure 8.
Well, it does, as in they're going to get more money because there's no other shit for them to put on their network.
Right.
Anyways, I don't know how to find my own tweets. Profile, maybe? It's this. If you want to, you can just read that if you want. It's somebody else's tweet. I just reposted it.
This was supposedly per Fightful for AEW. The following has been banned in AEW. Unprotected chair shots to the head. Shots to the back of the head. Buckle bombs. Blind moves that are backwards into the turnbuckle. Fencing responses. Seizure cells. I don't know what that is.
It's when you'd like twitch on the ground.
Oh, spitting, bleeding in the crowd, weapons or projectiles in the crowd, taking drinks or food from guests in the crowd, physical contact with the crowd, don't throw objects with blood into the crowd.
Yeah, don't do that stuff. It's almost common sense.
Okay, so,
The fencing cell or whatever that one is, if you don't know what that is, it's like when they just fall flat on their face, like and you fall.
oh, okay.
I don't know why they call it fencing, because you're fencing like this and your arm's straight. But anyways, it happens in the UFC all the time when somebody gets knocked out and they just fall.
Right, to
'Cause
make
they
it sell.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to sell that they
Right.
actually got
Ric
knocked
Flair
out.
did it every time. Like, he literally did it in every one of his matches ever.
Right.
He would do it out there when there was no one out there with him. He would just,
Fall down.
on purpose, like
Because
that.
he was just so excited. He passed out. Walter's like, hurry up, ladies. There's matches. They did. And now we're on to Shamey and his group of people.
Yeah, the Brawling Brutes.
Robbie
Those guys.
says, why does Charlotte wear heels when she's a giant already? Robbie says, I won't be buying the AEW network. And Piccolo says, me, as a renegade and nonconformist, hates the sellout of AEW and corporate shills will water down the product. True. Sophie says, but if a movie or show is filmed outside the USA, they could do that. Piccolo says, punk rock this promotion and not make it a carbon copy of the entertainment bullshit.
What I don't understand is why they don't just hire new writers. Like, that House of Dragons is going to be delayed, and it was already 2 years away, basically. I mean, they're making it now, and now I guess they've stopped. So it's like, okay, how do you do that? I guess some group of actors is joining the strike. Or something. I mean, obviously, I could care
They
less.
do it all the time. It's dumb. It's just them trying to make themselves worth something when they're not.
Right, they're trying to be important. You find a cause. That's
They're
the thing.
like, this is important, but look at me. But look at me. It's disgusting, actually. They're now trying to make it about themselves instead of what it is, or was, or whatever. The whole thing's stupid. They should get rid of unions.
They had a point at one time.
They did at one point. They were made for a good cause, and it's become crap, just like the Social Security system. The Social Security system was made in good intentions, and then those good intentions with the corruptness that happened in the government went out the window. It's the same thing with unions. They were made with good intentions to make sure that workers were treated correctly.
Who's
now
wrestling?
They use it, Brawling Brutes and somebody, but I didn't catch
Like a
the other.
6-man?
I don't know if it was a 6-man, sorry.
I just wanted to say if you saw who was wrestling.
But now they make it that it's not that way, so. The unions were made for a purpose to make sure that workers had the right to work only an 8-hour day and got good wages and stuff like that, and got days off and so on and so forth. That's what unions were for. And now they've made unions into this, I'm going to use my union rights to make sure that you have nobody doing your jobs. And I find that bullcrap. It's like, then you shouldn't have unions. Get people who aren't unionized and have them do your job. Hire illegals for all I give a fuck. They're not in unions.
You can't do that.
Well, I mean, but it's, yeah. Like,
I get what you're saying, but...
I mean, that's an extreme way, but just, yeah. Like, it's just disgusting. How I see it. It's kind of gross. So it was like with Hollywood Band Streak, do you expect guys like The Rock, Cena, and Batista to come back to WWE TV? No.
No, oh my God. No.
No.
Those guys have millions of dollars. It's not like they're running out of money. Like The Rock has an alcohol company. And he knows how this whole thing's working. He knows how inflation's working. Mm-hmm. He has to raise his prices on his liquor. Like, he gets the system.
Yeah.
You don't need to see The Rock.
Right. Pico says, spit at everyone and bleed everywhere.
He needs to
right?
make a dent in his Pinto payment, I guess.
Maybe. Sophie says it took AEW 4 years to finally come up with those rules. No, it took AEW 4 years to conform to what
societal normals.
Things think they should, because they can only go to so many places if they're not allowed to do certain things.
I'm surprised they don't make them, and they might not have put this on there, but they might, so we'll notice it. But the women's butts cover them a little more.
Maybe, I don't know. They haven't really in WWE. They've kind of gotten a little more showy with some of their asses.
I haven't noticed.
So I don't know. Tiffany, for one.
That's NXT.
It doesn't matter. It's still on a network. It's still on a cable channel.
Did you ever watch USA Network after 10 o'clock on the weekends?
I know exactly. They still do it.
Do they
Sex
really?
sells. I get it. Yeah, they had it on one night. You went to bed early or something, and I was up, and it was on, and I was like, that's pretty funny.
Was it 1-900-SEX stuff, or was it like internet
like
stuff?
That. It was it was an 800 number too.
Call us.
Yep, that. Robbie says in the UK the doctors are on strike. It's more important than Hollywood going on strike. Yeah. Why are the doctors on strike in the UK?
Probably because they have that system.
Is it because of their free healthcare? Is it because of free healthcare? Because it's so good.
Well, there can't be anything wrong with free healthcare. You know, what's funny is that the rest of the world doesn't know what's happening because the press isn't going to cover it because the United States wants to go the same direction. Mm-hmm. The problem is massive, that why would you go to Harvard to go to medical school when you could go to Iowa State to get a degree and make the same amount of money? Mm-hmm. When it costs you a quarter of the price and the education it is good, but why does it matter? Mm-hmm. So then next thing you know, everybody's like, can I do it online? Mm-hmm. I learned how to do LASIK online.
I can totally do a surgery.
Oh, I've seen it done many a time on a YouTube video.
Because there was an Ohio doctor who did TikToks, mm-hmm. and she put all of her, like, some of her surgeries on, like, TikTok live streams and shit like that. I guess she lost her license.
Yeah, you can. The one I saw doing it, he was just showing his back.
Oh, so she was showing that stuff, but she had multiple of her patients end up going to the ER. Anyways, we do have the Brawlin' Brutes, which is Shamey and what's his face?
Oh, which one? Ridge?
Ridge Holland against the deadly whatever
Pretty.
snake people.
Just pretty. They're pretty and deadly. Whoa!
Those ones.
Sheamus too much.
Anyways, Walter wants Sheamus
the blonde.
for the win, and Walter says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going. I'll be here Monday. Still Raw, still in chat. Sophie says House of the Dragon isn't delayed filming because it is filmed outside of the USA. Walter says they do movies before the strike.
All I read was that it was going to be delayed because of everything that was happening. I read it today online. Doesn't mean that the site was credible.
Right. Sophie says, did you see the president of the Screen Actors Guild? That was a good speech. No, I don't care about any of that crap, Sophie.
Why would I watch?
A little bit.
Why would I ever watch something like that?
So a lot of movies and shows could be pushed and delayed. Some movies and shows will just starting to film before strikes happen. And you know what will happen is the films, shows, and stuff that you guys like will go away because of the strike happening. And in all reality, I think they should just fire all of them and start over.
There's got to be writers out there in the world, like young college kid, like what's his name? That Seth Rogen, that Tile.
Or how about your Goodwill Hunting dudes when they were just starting? They made that show.
Yeah, there's got to be stories like that just out there.
Pickle's like, nope, Fran Drescher went to Italy. Nice. Pickles also says, the good old days when pizza cutters and touching the crowds were allowed.
Yeah.
Sophie says these strikes stink because actors, directors, and people can't promote movies or do the red carpet when a movie comes out. It'll be interesting to see how these strikes affect stuff on WWE TV. It won't. Nothing will happen with WWE.
It can't do anything with WWE.
Vince writes everything, Sophie. Do you think he's in a fucking
Triple H, all their writers are theirs. Just because you write stuff for movies doesn't mean you belong to that guild.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, he's giving him the Joker face over there so I can slap his
There it is.
Best.
Clubbering. It's pretty deadly. They got to win, right? They're the real tag team. Sheamus just killed a guy. He's still going. What about these? Oh. No.
No.
Oh, I should write this match down. Pretty dead. Versus Sheamus.
So it says it'll be interesting
And
to see what
Ridge.
directors, actors, and writers will cross the picket line to make a movie or TV show. Pickle says completely separate. Robbie's like, how does The Rock pee? Dwayne says Johnson. Pickle's like, but live TV sketch comedies will suffer.
That's fine. We don't have to watch Saturday Night Live then.
Oh, thank God. It's really shitty now anyways.
What they should do, just saying, since they can't do Saturday Night Live, they could do wrestling on Saturday nights.
They have one on Saturday nights, it's just earlier in the night.
No, I mean Saturday Night Main Event, WWE. Basically make it like a pay-per-view.
You mean like real wrestling, not the fake stuff on AEW?
No, talking about Saturday Night Main Event, what I grew up on.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about the fact that you said on Saturday night. And I said they have wrestling on Saturday night.
Do they? Collision for me is on Sunday night after you leave. Although I have watched most of them. I just watched that last one. I just wait till you get on your little Wii or whatever that thing's called, and then I watch it. Because I can watch wrestling and fast forward. I don't need to watch the matches. I just need the outcomes, and I need the promos. Phil? When's Murder Hawk coming back? Didn't they say he's coming back? Was he going to be on a Rampage?
I think that's something like they said. I don't remember what show he was going to be on. Anybody remember on AEW when Lance Archer was on?
Murder Hawk.
When they were talking about him being in New Japan and stuff and doing all that. When he was going to be back on AEW show and which show he was going to be on.
They're back, baby.
And so he says, and live talk shows will also suffer. That is why they haven't been on the air since the writer's strike began like a month or two ago. And people's like, yeah, do they? Good question, people.
You think America can beat Vietnam? Couldn't do it in the 70s.
No. People says it was for Wednesday.
Dynamite.
Archer should be on Rampage tonight. So
it's both.
So is he going to be on Wednesday's show for Dynamite, or is he just showing up on Rampage tonight and then he'll be on another show? Is that,
Hey, look at the payback.
Specify that part, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
He was clever Sheamus. How great is that?
Robbie says, I'm struggling to keep up with WWE, let alone know what's going on in AEW. Or the writer's strike that we don't care about, Sophie. I know you want to talk about it a lot, Sophie, but seriously, it is such a dumb
It
subject.
is social studies.
I don't...
It's current events.
It's too much. I mean, here, we'll sum it up. Hey, the writers in Hollywood are on strike. Oh no, they've been on strike for 2 months. Oh no. I guess some Hollywood actors are now joining the writer's strike. Oh no, things will be delayed. Oh no, the end. Wow, that was real hard. Woo. Oh no.
You're terrible.
For what? I know everybody hates me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nobody really cares about the writers.
Sophie.
Wait, hold on.
A lot.
Does anybody know one writer? Just
Yeah.
one.
Name
One.
us all the writers.
Is that Joss Whedon still doing it? JOSS. He did Buffy.
Isn't that a difference between a director and a writer?
Okay, never mind. No, but he wrote them too. So it says written by and has his name, and then directed by and had his name. So yes, but what if you're a director? Can you write your own shit and not be on strike with yourself?
I think so. Question.
Has anybody ever went on strike with themselves? That's kind of. I guess that's what food is, right?
I guess the next question is going to be, though, since we're unfortunately still talking about this stupid ass subject that I don't care about, that Travis wanted to continue this conversation. Would you be able to get places to produce and film your stuff? Or are they standing in solidarity with their writer victims?
Don't know.
Anyways, Sophie's like, tonight you'll get, tomorrow night you get 3 hours of AEW wrestling. How so?
Is there a pay-per-view or something tomorrow?
Why?
Or is Rampage tomorrow now?
Pico says the announcement I remember was the other night. Writers. LOL. So he's like, how did you like the All-Star game this week?
I didn't watch it. I did, however, watch the ending highlights on MLB Network, and I saw that the National League finally won.
Oh, God.
Pretty deadly. Oh, the Perfect Plex? No. A Fisherman Buster. Because it's a fisherman's hook. It's hilarious.
That doesn't make any sense.
Which part? The Fisherman Buster?
Yeah.
It would have been
he
a fisherman's suplex because he hooked the leg. Hook, fisherman.
Oh.
And then it's a
I thought it was
suplex.
fisherman or
And a
something.
suplex would be what Mr. Perfect did. He did but they call it the Perfect Plex. But then he turns it and then drops him down. And that's why he calls it a buster. You call it a bomb if you wanted to. A fisherman bomb. That would be legit. Say what you will. But I mean, you could easily call it that.
I'm doing that turnbuckle over
no.
there. Oh no, it accidentally got exposed. Ew, gross. Oh,
You don't want him exposing it.
Ridge's face got thrown up in it. Pickle is like, popcorn, it doesn't affect my paycheck personally. So it's like some actors are also writers. And Robbie says the doctors are on strike.
Pretty Deadly wins!
Because they are overworked and underpaid. It's because of free healthcare.
They make millions of dollars.
Robbie is from the UK.
Oh, never mind. I thought we were talking about actors.
The doctors are on strike. Doctors. Robbie says, the doctors are on strike because they are overworked and underpaid. I would believe that. It's also called free healthcare. Sophie says Collision and Battle of the Belts are on tomorrow night. And Piccolo says, no, guys. Did you all see? It's another Battle of the Belts after Collision.
Didn't know.
I so will not be watching that.
I'll watch it.
I would rather wash my hair 500 times and then clean a toilet.
After you washed your hair?
Mm-hmm.
So your hair would be absorbent, maybe? Is that what you're saying? So you'd have fecal in your hair?
Yep.
That's better than AEW Collision.
Mm-hmm.
And Battle of the Belts.
Having shit in my hair is better than watching another hour of wrestling. After 2 hours
That's called Raw.
of wrestling.
Maybe they're trying it out to see what happens if they do it with
Saturday night.
Raw. If
That's
they're
a
gonna,
big fat no from me.
they're gonna move it to 3 hours on Wednesdays. Like, do we just need more wrestling? That's all the world needs.
Sophie says before this week, the National League last time winning All-Star game was in 2012. Gosh, this is like deja vu.
Yeah,
Didn't this conversation just happen?
Wednesday. She came in and talked to us a little bit.
Oh.
Was it her or was it someone
It was
else?
Sophie that said it. Cortland's in the chat. Hey, Cortland says, should the Brawling Brutes turn heel? Are they kind of heel?
I thought they were heel.
Thought they were kind of already heel, but...
So, but
I mean,
yeah,
should they turn more heel? Sure, why not? Beat up everybody.
I mean, I like characters like Sheamus that can go both ways. You know, like Randy Orton was that way. Like, he doesn't have to be labeled. So if he fights a face, he can be the heel. If he fights a heel, he can be the face immediately.
Pickle's like, for Sophie to not give two swallows about AEW. What? Pickle, Sophie doesn't care about AEW? No way. From the conversation we've been having, I thought that Sophie was a huge fan. Pickle's like, hey, Cortland. And Harley's in the chat saying, can it be October yet? I am seriously missing hockey. Walter
It's
says,
coming.
SmackDown so far. Sophie says, I didn't watch the All-Star game either. I checked out the score. It was a close game. Walter's like, boo, Pretty Dudley won. And Cortland's like, hey, Piccola, as Piccola did say hi to Cortland. And Robbie says, oh no, not the turnbuckle. Oh no. Robbie's like, nah, D, the workload is mad in hospitals. No, Robbie, I understand that. What I'm saying is that the reason being is free healthcare. You guys should not have free healthcare. I'm not saying that the prices in the United States are correct. It's bamboozlement on all their parts of stupidity. But free healthcare is not the answer. Taking insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies and making them have to actually have things for the prices that they make them for. Because I'm trying not to get all upset because you get all mad at me when
Well, I
get
know,
upset.
but you have a hand and a bowl and a thing
They
in
can
front of
still hear me perfectly fine, I bet. My voice probably carries clear across the world. It's probably in China. Anyways, Walter's like, they cheated. Yeah, they did. Robbie's like, come on, D, you love 3 hours of WWE. Ha, 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 ha. Sophie says SmackDown was the #1 in the demographic last week. Sophie says, but I wasn't here that much Wednesday. So weird.
you. Still my favorite commercial. That's funny shit. I don't think I can. I'd like to tell you who her boyfriend is, but I don't think I can.
Because he says Ken,
Yeah.
but it's her brother.
It's really her brother, everybody at home. If you guys didn't know this, Barbie and Ken are brother and sister. The lady that made this shit had 2 children, Barbie and Ken. And so she just named them after her kids. Ken came out later on in life and was like, hey, what the hell are you guys doing? My sister, not my girlfriend. Because that's where they went with the product line.
Mm-hmm. Sophie's like, but I wasn't here that much Wednesday. Doesn't mean I have dementia, will it, Sophie?
I do.
I know you do.
On
But I don't.
set,
I
early
remembered
on
what
set.
you talked about. Walter's like, Grayson Waller, boo. Sophie says Grayson Waller called out The Rock on social media this past week.
He just called them out again.
Pickle is like, wait, you said something? Tee-hee. And Walter says, okay, next tribal court recap. Pickle is like, it's extra ASMR. And Robbie's like, I don't mind eating at the same time as talking.
So does that mean, like, there's no Jeopardy or what's that other one? Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right? And what's the one what's his name? The other one.
Here's what's his name.
Let's Make a Deal.
That one.
You got to watch the old one.
Everybody's going to have to watch the news and get mad. Pitchforks and shit.
Why? Is there something on the news that's angry?
Probably. I don't know. I don't watch it.
Murder!
That could happen too. So it's like Shawn Michaels hinted in an interview that Judgment Day will be part of NXT for a while. That sounds really dumb, and Shawn Michaels sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing some sort of feud with Finn Balor and what's his name? The midget.
That little tiny guy that's smaller than Finn Balor. Where Finn Balor
Way
is just
smaller
as
than
tiny.
Finn.
So creepy.
It is creepy, but it is what
I
it
was
is.
like, yes, but Pickle is that laughing.
Can't
So
do
he
anything
says,
about
I
it.
thought Barbie and Ken were a couple. Well, just like
As
Barbie
did
and
the
Ken are
world.
brother and sister. Okay.
Yeah,
And
Google it.
Pickle is like, oh, if you want to try the new wheel, let me know. Pickle,
What kind of wheel?
it's that hip hop one.
Oh, I do.
told- and-
Always.
And I said yes. I hope you got my message on.
Wednesday. I thought we were going to do it, and
Instagram.
after on Wednesday afterwards, I was like, why didn't we do it?
And I told him it was because of me. So you can blame it on me. Sophie says, I don't know how this affects these shows. Those shows. Pickle's like, Mom's the game show expert. Walter's like, Drew Carey does Price is Right. He does.
The price
Pickle's
is
like,
wrong.
And most summer game
bitch.
shows are brand new. By the fall, though, it's all going to be reruns. Walter says, for Wheel of Fortune, Ryan Seacrest will host it. Oh, yeah?
I don't like his voice enough. I don't know if I'll like that.
He's for sure going to do it.
Pat Sajak had a really soothing voice. Like, I just remember it from my childhood. Like, I literally every day when I was a kid, I watched it. Because of my grandma, you know?
I get
And
it.
so it's like,
It's why I like Wheel of Fortune, too.
yeah.
Because my parents watched it all the time. My mom really liked it. We never watched Jeopardy. I think it was because we were usually eating dinner
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have a TV in the kitchen or anything. We always ate in the kitchen for dinners. My dad got off work at 5. And sometimes he'd go to the bar, but usually he'd come home. So dinner was ready about 5:30.
Right,
And we'd usually be sitting at the table eating dinner like by 6.
right.
And then I don't think that Jeopardy was ever a thing. But at 6:30, we always watched Wheel of Fortune.
Huh.
So, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Walter said the Ryan Seacrest thing. And Sophie says John Cena is in that Barbie movie. And Sophie says Ryan Seacrest, how many jobs does he need? At least 12 or more. Ayla's in the chat, though. Hey, Ayla. Good to see you tonight. Says, hey, suck a fish. And Pickle's like, OMG, D, love you. Don't you forget. Okay, I won't. Love you too. Should play the game. Travis likes hip hop. What is old hip hop?
Yeah, if
not
it's
know
new
some
stuff,
new
I'm not
stuff.
going to know anybody.
You might know a couple of the new ones, but because of his daughter, like Lil Baby and
I think there's one baby and then there's Lil Baby. I think there's 2 different ones or something.
yeah, and then that one that died that she was all into before he passed away.
Juice. Juice Robinson.
No, that's a Russ.
I know, I'm
different
kidding.
one.
It's Juice Robinson.
Pickle's like suckers
Juice WRLD.
MC. Bobby says, so will we see a big 3-way Esta, Charlotte, and Asuka at some point for the title?
Yeah, it's SummerSlam.
Probably.
You pencil it in right now. It's happening.
Walter's like, hey, a little late. And Sophie says a lot of networks are looking for reality TV to fill their fall schedule. Well, that's what they want. That's what TV's going towards. So
It's cheaper anyways.
That's what they've been pushing towards.
This is such a good idea.
So the writers are literally making it happen, and then they won't have jobs at all.
They're pushing it. It was
Good
kind
for
of
them.
like the minimum wage thing that people were doing, where they were pushing restaurants into robots.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
instead of
Robots.
just having employees. It's like, instead of just having a job, they would rather be unemployed. That's what's happening. And it's going to happen. I mean, obviously those reality TV shows need ideas for those, but it's a different type of person. Mm-hmm. What could we do? Should come up with an idea. It'd be kind of fun.
I'm going to go on strike.
Already?
Yep, I'm going to do it right now. Bye. I'm not reading anymore.
I mean, we
I'm
do.
going on a reader's strike.
We do.
My union said that I can't do it anymore.
Audiobook. All the readers are like...
It gives me wrinkles. So.
It wrinkles my knee. Right there.
So I can't do it anymore. Anyways,
Why are they doing a long-ass recap? What is this
rehash
called?
Trash. It's rehash trash.
Rehash trash.
Rehash trash. It's the rehash trash happening. If you're just joining us, guys, we're watching SmackDown, but we're watching rehash trash of
Smackdown.
whatchamacallit people, the
Bloodline.
Bloodline guys, and their family feud that they're having. Talking about family feud. Only they don't get to guess words off of, Clue or something. Answers.
So they're in Springfield, and now they're just driving around Springfield. So I'm wondering, where the hell they're going. They're at the very bottom of Springfield now.
Who knows what they're doing?
So
Probably trying to figure out everything and just be dumb. Let's see. Ayla said, yeah, I work later on Friday. But why? Is it because everybody really wants their salmon?
I don't know. Maybe. See how far that is? That's quite a ways. That's the other side of the state. Kansas City might be a little bit closer, but not
too much.
Not a lot closer. Should have flown into Arkansas.
So he's going into rehab?
It depends on how long it takes. We're going to know if he went to rehab if it's 6 weeks.
I don't like saying that, guys, but he did look like he was having some problems.
He was turning yellow.
He was literally turning yellow. So hopefully he's not... I'm hoping he's not sick. Because that's sad. And I don't like that. I don't really like making fun of him, but...
Charlotte's leaving.
She's
got her shit and she's leaving.
He's dumbfounded.
Bailey! Oh, I forgot this woman existed.
I think so did Pierce. He was kind of surprised.
Uh-oh.
She saw something she didn't like.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Trash. She's like, I can't let the trash be champion. I guess I'm staying.
Trash.
Poor Postman Pierce. Nothing wrong with the picture on my TV right now.
LOL. It's Selena. Sophia says, yeah, ABC confirmed it. Ryan Seacrest will replace Pat in the start of 24.
Who's going to replace the broad?
Her name is Vanna White. Don't be weird. You know who she is.
I forgot her name, and I didn't want to think about it.
Cortland says, what do you think? Does Charlotte get involved, or does Bianca just lose to Asuka?
I used to have her Playboy.
I don't know. Ravi says, nah, Ayla drinks after work and uses that workly as a cover-up. I don't blame her if she does drink after work, Ravi, because it sounds like she has to deal with some pretty ornery people, so it would probably drive people to drink. So
Drive you to drinking.
It was like, nah, I don't drink really, so just work until 6 on Friday and 5 on Wednesday. Sophie says, it sounds like Vanna White might stay on Wheel of Fortune after Pat leaves. Pico says, I took it from 50 years. Oh, this is the Will. I took it from 50 years top 100 and added a few that I particularly like. Sweet. Do it.
Cool.
Spin a wheel. Sophie says ABC is going to premiere The Golden Bachelor. Walter says Jey Uso is next in line versus Roman Reigns.
Is that when they pee on him?
Yes, probably. It's
like
usually,
a golden shower?
Yeah.
They're,
like R. Kelly sheets. Or whatever. The guy that wanted him to pee all over him. 15-year-old girls, gross guys.
That's weird that they're doing a pee one.
Rafi says 1 match in 40 minutes. John Sparklin's in the chat. Hey, John, good to see you tonight. It says party rocking in the house tonight. And Cortland says, I think Solo could be the one to take the title away from Roman. Sophie says, but don't the hosts usually need writers to read the card or teleprompter?
I'm sure they can just hire somebody off the street to do that.
Do they forget how their brains work? Like, they can't do that for themselves? That's weird. Ravi's like, hello, D, you ain't got wrinkles, LOL, as you laugh about it. No way. John's like, hey, you grapers. And Sophie says, is it hard to come up with a fresh idea for a reality show?
I don't think it is. I think you could pretty much do one on anything.
Ayla says, yeah, for the weekend. It gets pretty busy Friday. Yeah. Pickle says, Ayla, sounds good. Sophie says, some basketball or football coach announced he has cancer for a 3rd time. Walter says, poor Adam Pearce. Phil's like, I love my Bailey. Robbie's like, they really morphing Zelina into Bank Solo with that look. Walter says, Zelina Vega for the win over Bailey. Film says, it's armpit time. I love my Zelina. And Sophie says, next week SmackDown on FS1. And Walter now says, next Friday SmackDown FS1.
I'm looking forward to that because then I can watch another thing at the same time. Because then I can watch it on actual cable television. Dish Network, baby! It's one I have. Thought about changing back to that other one, but it doesn't have good equipment. What's that other one called? Dish? Direct TV. But they lost the NFL Network anyways to YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube's the NFL Network now.
Oh, wow. YouTube is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So if you want to watch the NFL Network, you have to give them like $400, and then you can watch all the games on your computer or your phone. But I don't think you have to have the actual subscription too. You know, their $50 a month subscription. Mm-hmm. I don't think you have to have that as well, but we'll find out.
Harley says, peace out, everybody. I love you all, my wrestling family. Bye, Harley. Thanks for hanging with us for a
Bye.
little bit. Have a great weekend.
Be safe.
Robbie says, yeah, my work would as well. Yeah. Sophie says, Golden Bachelor for an old guy to find love. No, Sophie. It's about people peeing on something.
I like the peeing idea better. I feel like more people would watch
idea.
Golden Showers.
Cortland says, so the winner of the Fatal 4-Way will face Theory? I guess.
Yeah.
Robbie says, I'm laughing because you're ridiculous. Do you worried about wrinkles? So it was a joke, Robbie, about how ridiculous the writers' union is, but...
It's Bailey.
Walter says, AW Rampage, 10 p.m. after SmackDown. Bedtime. Pickle says, like, working in restaurant industry drove me to drinking. Easily accessible and social. Walter says, Saturday at 10 p.m. AEW Battle of the Belts. Pickle says, okay. See you later, Harley. And John says, cheers, Cola. Sophie says, trying to watch TV live on an app is a little bit hard.
So she's going to show up, but look at this. They cut her hair off. And now she's carrying it around. She's carrying around a scalp.
Bailey is?
Mm-hmm.
Ayla's like, I worry about wrinkles.
So I would assume Shotzi shows up tonight. Shotzi shows up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Shotzi. If her and Adam Cole were a tag team, it'd be Bay, Lee. Yeah. The Triple Bay. And Lee. She got different color boots on. Oh, the outsides are black and the
I'm
insides
like,
are white.
what? She does? Because all I saw was silver at first. That's funny.
Get her, Zelina.
Walter's like, boo, Bailey. Film's like, can't wait to see these two tickle each other. Gross. Sophie's like, the winner of tonight's Fatal 4-Way and next week will meet each other the following week. And that winner will meet Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship.
Hey, she just did Sasha Banks' move, too. That Meteora.
Robbie says, LOL, I know it's a joke. I'm being sarcastic. You ain't vain. DLOL. Robbie
Neckbreaker.
also asked, who is stronger out of Bailey and Shotzi?
Bailey.
Quentin says, it's the World Cup on Fox next week. John says, hair versus hair match. Film says, I love my Bailey and Zelina. Pickle says, Asians don't raisin. Robbie says, LOL, I know it's a joke. I'm being sarcastic. Oh, I read that. And Ayla said, I don't want them on my face, but I'm 79, so you get what you get. Brandon Stevens in the chat. Hey, Brandon. Good to see you. You're going to marry Bailey. Cool beans. Ayla's like, very clever, Fat Lisa. And Pickle is like, Ayla, you got good genes.
Look at this. She's doing what you do to me.
Hitting you with a chancla?
Yeah. Those things. She hit her head. What hurt her was the one on the back when she went back up.
Mm-hmm.
That might just do it. Bailey.
It's Bailey.
And she should. I'm not going to complain about that. That's exactly how that match should have played out. Mm-hmm. Bailey's better.
I was like, no thanks, I don't want to hair versus hair match, my honest opinion. I was like, Bailey the next barber. Sophie says, do you think we get Bailey versus Io for after SummerSlam?
Bailey the Barber Beefcake. Bring it back. Look at, see, she's got the hair. She's playing it like a guitar. It looks like the Grinch's locks. Look behind her! Showing her boobies. Terrified. Uh-oh. No, don't shave it. Fuck.
Bryce says, all right, we got ourselves a good match with the ladies. Very good. And over.
Yeah, she's cutting her hair off. Hopefully she's not sick. Dude,
Silly and
I
weird.
think that if I did that, it probably wouldn't be so bad, but I have a feeling that she was freaking the fuck out when she was doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's your hair. You know how long it takes for that shit to grow back? Like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough. So Shotzi's going to be a ball-headed hoe. Just a ball-headed hoe. Remember the Ghetto Boys? I know there's some Ghetto Boy fans in here.
People probably remember some.
They have a song called Ball-Headed Hoe.
Brandon's like, Bailey, you coward. And Robbie says Lena even got the same moves as Banks crying. It was like, yeah, Hispanics don't panic about wrinkles. I don't know. I don't have good rhyme. Bryce says yes, and Film is enjoying himself. Sophie says, can you believe we are a few short weeks from SummerSlam? Pickle says, oh no, chunkless. Yeah. Well, I was like, Bailey won, boo. And Sophie says, we know we are getting Io versus Asuka at some point, with Io being Mrs. Money in the Bank. Ayla says, I'm joking, by the way, I have major Hispanic attacks all the time. Pickle is laughing. Film says, Bailey wins. Sophie says, did you see the promo that Brutus the Barber Beefcake's wife did on Hulk Hogan this past week?
I did not.
Film says, yes, Bryce, yes, I am. Sophie says, she's the female Bray Wyatt. Robbie says, Shotzi, of course you're not scared. You don't half sound it in your voice, LOL. And Ayla says, my kids wanted frozen peas for dinner. Like, just eating frozen peas? Like, actual frozen peas? Not cooked or anything?
Nothing wrong with frozen peas, by the way. I love those things.
Eating them frozen?
Yeah, we don't get those for me anymore, huh? I forgot about that.
Peas?
Mm-hmm. We just do peas and carrots.
I could get you just peas.
I know. They just sounded... I haven't had a vegetable in 2 fucking months.
Maybe
Like,
you should
all
eat
of them
some.
taste good. The whole thing's filled.
We can move stuff. It just got filled up because of your daughter.
I
and then
know.
she didn't eat
With
the
ice
stuff,
cream.
So now I got to get rid of it.
There's-
Ayla, do you
want
like Eggo
drumstick?
waffles? Because I
Oh.
won't eat them.
I was talking about drumsticks.
There's only like 3 of those left. Those all go. I'll eat those.
Well, when the kids come,
I'm
they
talking
ate
about the
them.
waffles on the bottom shelf that need to go away.
They had some when they came down.
Do you think they're going to keep for another 6 months? Since she's probably going to be living there. They're probably going to get married and have babies. And she's going to drop out of school. I mean, might as well.
Play house
I mean, why come back?
in Missouri.
Pretend that that's what life's going to be.
I just don't understand how this employer is going so far out of his way to hire an 18-year-old. Just because his brother works there.
Idiots.
They just must not have very many workers. Although, if you look at Springfield, the whole entire city looks like a neighborhood. It's kind of weird. I was like, it's almost like a hick town, like Du Bois, but they just built neighborhoods the whole way out. And so the city's really small.
Who's,
But there's
what kind of job is that supposedly?
granite countertops. I know, like, he couldn't do that anywhere else.
He could have gotten a job here and done it.
Right.
Literally, I know somebody who has a company.
You know a guy.
I know a guy that probably would have gave him a job.
Talitha knows a guy. Oh, she's finally at a house. Looks like an apartment. This might be where he lives. I don't remember how to mark this stuff.
Pin it.
Yeah. Add 2 places.
Let's see. Because so Shotzi doesn't look like she's having a good time. No. Sophie says that seemed like the way it looks, the storyline was going to go. Walter says Shotzi shaved her hair. Film says what? Ravi says another talking segment. Walter says Jay Uso promo time. Film says whoa, chill out Shotzi. Sophie's like this SmackDown flow is not that bad. Ayla says like that ice cream dots thing, whatever. I can't care anymore. Walter says Sunday is ice cream day. Nice. Pico says, so Travis, is this the same game with 5 blind rankings?
Yeah, I think it is, right?
I think so. Ayla says frozen peas. I hate frozen peas.
So, Survivor Series is going to be on Saturday. That's crazy. Does it have the date?
November 25th.
Where is that?
Right there where it says Saturday, November 25th.
Huh, I didn't see it.
And then it said under it Chicago, Illinois.
Huh. Oh, there's some boobies.
Sophie says, so do you expect new women's tag team champions on Monday?
Who's the women's tag team champions? Who won that?
Liz,
Oh,
Liv
Rack
and
Rod.
Liv. Ayla says, yeah, I'll take the waffles. Okay.
Who are they wrestling?
Sophie says Naomi is
I didn't
finally
remember
having
this
her
was
first
happening.
main event pay-per-view. Y'all have to come get them. Like, right now.
Oh my god.
In an hour. Tomorrow. Later in the afternoon. Just put them out of my freezer. I'm not going to eat them.
I'm not talking about that. I was just talking about... I was just thinking.
About waffles?
No.
Sophie says Naomi is finally having her first
Jay's crying!
main event with Impact. Picola says, okay, here's your number. Here's the first song.
Oh! Hold on. Oh, it's songs? I thought it was artists.
He gives the artist here. The song is I Ain't No Joke by Eric B. and Rakim.
Yep, never heard of it. So 5.
So in your stuff.
So what was it called? I Ain't No What?
I Ain't No Joke.
Joke. All right, I put it 5 because I don't know what it is. What? They're all doing the Stone Cold thing to him. That's kind of dick, to be honest.
Pickle says, waffles. Yeah, let's say, who are you talking about? Who's going to drop out in Missouri? What the F is in Missouri?
McKenna's boyfriend. She's there right now.
McKenna decided to be a stupid child and make dumb decisions. And flew to Missouri with her boyfriend to get him settled in for his new life.
They left yesterday, and they got stuck in Denver. And now she's in Missouri. She's actually there now, like at the place.
Yeah, Walter says her name is Trinity and Impact Sophie. Sophie said, when do you think this whole UFC WWE merger is going to happen?
Just whenever they approve it.
Sophie, it's not a merger. It's not really a merger. The company that owns the UFC is buying WWE. Feels like my ex's family is from Missouri. Oh.
I wonder if they're just
And
out
as
in the
Ayla says,
parking
ew,
lot.
fat Lisa. Sophie says, my sister is moving to Georgia from New York. Quentin says, it's the female version of Big Show versus Kurt Angle when Kurt cut Big Show's hair and Big Show shaved it bald. Oh, man.
Right.
Walter's like, Stars on Mars is good on Fox. Pickle says, yep. Oh, and Budweiser in St. Louis. Sophie says November 25th, but in Chicago time.
Oh, here comes Solo.
Because that's a different season. It was like, I hate peas in general. Sugar snaps are fine, but I only buy them because the kids love them. I like sugar snap peas. I don't mind the flat peas either that you can put in stir fries. I like those. As long as they stay kind of crunchy. Picola says the second song is America's Most Wanted, Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
Loyalty.
Did you hear it? I'm not listening.
Well, I'm
The
watching
second-
wrestling, but it's kind of what we do.
Second song.
Oh, what is it?
America's Most Wanted, Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
I could probably put that at 1 comfortably, because, I mean, there's a couple Tupac songs that might be better than that, but... So what was it called?
America's
Okay,
Most
I got it.
Wanted. Paul Heyman's out here talking about how he's been around since like 2 centuries ago.
Cool. Next.
Sophie says Sonya and Chelsea Green versus Liv and Raquel on Monday for the
1.
Tag Team Championship. Pickle says I haven't eaten peas in forever. It was like, oh, try to come tomorrow. It's April's wedding, supposedly, and George's mom's birthday party. Oh my God. Terrible. Sounds awful. On both parts.
When's that supposed to be? Or where's that supposed to be? How about
Yeah, where's your mom's wedding going to be that it's supposedly happening? She needs to get all of her stuff moved out of our trailer. Doesn't she have a home now with whoever she's marrying?
They're probably going to move into ours.
Sophie says, I don't know that many songs. Picola says, song 3.
Ooh.
The Rain by Missy Elliott.
It's not bad. Fuck, I just don't know if I'm not going to know another one. I would put it 4 if I didn't know. But I can't. I got to leave 4 open, so I'm going to do 3.
Sophie says, but no mention of War Games, and they are doing back-to-back Favorite Nights with SmackDown Survivor Series. It was like Peaches, 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 Jack Black. Picola's the next song.
Oh, wow. 3 for that one.
Bring the Pain, Method Man.
I don't know it. I didn't listen to the East Coast rap very much. I'll put that at 4, and then just pray to everything holy that I know what it is. What was it called?
Bring the pain. Paul Heyman is still talking about how it's all Jay's fault about what's happening in his life and what happened to his brother. He was supposed to be his number one man, so on and so forth.
Well, he was supposed to, but Jay didn't want that.
So it says, I Know the Rain by Missy Elliott. I don't know all the lyrics. Ayla says, oh no, what does Kim say? I saw something she posted on Instagram. Kim gives a shit. That's hilarious, Ayla. That's the funniest thing I've heard you say in a while. That's funny. So he says, bring the pain. I think I heard that song before. Walter's like, okay, bye guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Have a great weekend watching wrestling and staying cool, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this game because it would literally have to be prior to 2002. That's about when I stopped listening to rap.
Ayla says, was used a lot in that statement. It's fine. People is giving you the 5th song. It's Stay Fly by 3-6 Mafia and MJG.
I don't know the song, but I do know a song with those guys in it. And it could be that one, but I don't know song names. Because I just listened to albums and I was like, oh, that's fucking great. And I would just put it, put it on track 7. Or whatever. What was it called again?
Stay Fly by 3-6 Mafia and MJG.
That's obviously 2, because that's the only spot I have open. So I knew 2 of those songs. And I might know Stay Fly. I don't know without hearing it.
Oh no, Roman Reigns is never going to forgive him. Solo's like, give me the goddamn mic. I'm going to talk. The Enforcer speaks words. Weird. It was like Night Walter, and Pico's like, take care, Walter. Sophie says, out of all songs, Pico said I only heard of one of them. Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, hey, guys. Hey, Chris. Good to see you tonight. Sophie says, Deadpool 3 looks good. I can't wait for it to come out, whenever that is scheduled.
They're really going to do a 3rd one.
It's all on you. What happened to Jimmy?
This has to be a fight, and Jimmy has to beat him clean.
Jay has to beat him, but yeah.
To make it realistic.
I'll never forgive you either. Ooh. Bro, I'm so mad at your ass for hurting my bro. Because you hurt my bro. And now my bro's broken. Like, let's have a fight. And they're fighting. And it says, that's wild. How long has she been with this kid? Wow, reminds me of my dumb self. Hopefully she'll come to her senses.
A little less than a year.
It was like the wedding, not a clue. She texted me this morning and asked if I'd do her hair. Sophie says, what are we ranking? And Sophie's like, give it songs. And Ayla's like, songs? Pico's like, oh, my Wu-Tang is so amazing. A little missed out, Travis. And Sophie mentions a whole bunch more songs. And Ayla's like, I want to talk about this. I'm going to call you later, Travis.
Well, there's nothing there. It's fine.
Pico says, yeah, since hip-hop turned 50, I made a random will, and Travis is playing the blind TikTok game. I told him she was probably just going to come back pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
Ayla's like, you are my fire. Pico's like, my one desire, believe what I say. Ayla's like, that I want it that way. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
I hate you guys. That song's so fucking stupid. So he's like, I want it that way.
Oh, God! He just kicked Paul Heyman. Twinkie tits.
Yeah, get him. Oh, no. Poor Paul fell down.
Old Twinkie tits.
Feels like ain't nothing but a pot A. So he says, I was never a Wu-Tang Gang fan. And Ayla says, I like business, that's not mine. So he's like, I love both Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. It was like, same Sophie, I still jam. Vindicator's in the chat now. Hey, Vince says, delete the Travis. Did the walrus just get knocked on his butt?
He did.
Yeah, he did, and he fell down.
I am the walrus.
It was terrible. He fell down and now he's crying about it. Sad.
Solo whack.
Jay's telling Paul that it's all his fault. But Paul's like, but I love you.
But it's not. It's Sami Zayn's fault. He's the one that planted the spider egg.
Totally.
And it hatched under the skin.
It was like, although she's my cousin, so I feel like it could be my business. Piccolo says, it's going to be tough because you can't listen to the song. Sophie says, my dog now have boots for her paws. It's probably because it's really hot. Then Akira says, and we all know Delitha can't stand crybabies. It's the bane of her existence. Bill's like, super kicked Paul Heyman. Jay super kicked Paul Heyman. So he's having elder abuse. Phil, that's nothing to be excited about.
No.
Elder abuse is a real crime. It affects millions of families every year. I'm disappointed in you. Just complete disappointment.
It's almost like raping somebody in a coma. There was a lady in a coma somewhere in America.
Yeah, she got raped.
And
then
she got pregnant
because they raped her and they made her give birth.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Wait. What's disgusting?
The whole situation's disgusting.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody raped her and the fact that they let her be pregnant and that then they made her give birth and she's all in a fucking coma.
Well,
her parents are disgusting human beings. Sick motherfucking people.
Did they find out who did it yet, though?
I have no. Yes, I'm pretty sure they did. That was a while ago. It's quite a while ago, I'm pretty sure. So it says, so Dee doesn't have heart if she sees someone cry. That makes sense. Ayla says, yeah, I need Delitha to take my kids for a week so they stop whining all the time. You don't want me to take your children. You don't. There are reasons why I chose not to have them. Feels like I can go back to AEW wrestlers or the Hall of Fame entries. Are you having fun with the hip hop, or do you not want to do it?
Oh no, I'm fine with it. I mean, if I know, like, it helps if I kind of know them.
Man, keep going, Pico. You might hit on 1-5 group that he knows all of them. Vindicator says, so I'm definitely bypassing the main event tonight. Hope the 4-way will at least be entertaining.
Definitely could be.
Well, it's up next, Ben, so you have that chance. And Sophie says, Hall of Fame, I think that would be a lot easier. It's like, speaking of grapers, one lives one house away from me. Super cool. A kid graper.
Oh, are you on Family Watchdog?
Does your neighborhood have the chicken pox? Every neighborhood has the chicken pox.
It's funny.
Just saying. It's disgusting.
Dane Cook. He's like, so I live in an apartment complex. Like, there's this weird site called Family Watchdog. Don't ever look into it.
Don't do it.
He's like, my apartment complex looks like it has chicken pox. Got the old pox.
I told that to my boss the other day.
Family Watchdog.
Because we were talking about, we can't say it out loud, so don't say the name of it. But that movie that we were talking about.
Okay, why can't you say it out loud?
I guess it's like a trigger thing for a lot of places, and they're getting banned. Anyways, but you know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, and we were talking about that particular stuff, and how everybody in America should like watch this and stuff, and it's like only the people who are their eyes are closed. I go, there are people out there like myself whose eyes are completely open that this stuff happens everywhere.
Right.
So much so that it's disgusting how much it does happen everywhere. There is no, like, we're not safe from it because we're America. Mm-mm. It happens so much in this country, it's disgusting.
Well, they're bringing them in by the truckload.
I know.
That's why the borders are open,
Exactly.
so they can get them here.
Yeah. And stuff, so. All that, so. Yeah, anyways. So I said, yeah, it's crazy. I was like, when you look at the little registry thing, because that's what we were talking about. And I said, yeah, my husband called, when you look at, he goes, don't look it up because it'll look like your neighborhood has the chicken pox.
Yeah, it gets a little
And I knew it
creepy.
came from somewhere else, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a comedy routine.
Yeah,
But I couldn't remember what. But when you said Dane Cook, I was like, that's right. That's right. That comedy stand-up he did with his like coming home late too. I think that one was in
the
that
key.
one.
Shut that key up.
Shut that key up. Yeah.
And your he's like, and then your floor is like telling you what you did. So it's like, cheater, cheater.
It was like, I want you to take them today. No thanks. No. So it says there's a remix version of Randy Orton's theme that is floated out there. It was like, I was all over the register today. Well, I had a break at work. Oh, jeez. Pico's like, hello, nice start. Sophie says, Andre the Giant. Pico says, okay, here is the nice start. Ready? F the Police by NWA.
It's a classic, but is it one of my favorites? I'll put that one at 2 in case there's one that I like.
2. Sophie's like, Mark Henry. It looks like, no, I just went on to Idaho's website. Sophie says that song you can't listen to if you have kids around. It was like, typed my address in, horrible. 226 in a 3-mile radius. And so close to a school, too. That's what's gross. The indicator says, so do people take medicine for chickenpox, or does it only get handled by shots?
Well, if you're talking about the chickenpox we're talking about,
No,
they do
can't
have
be fixed for that.
they do have shots.
Castrated.
They do have chemical castration for that, but
I'm not sure if it really works, though. I think they should just be permanently removed from the earth. People's like, here's the next song. Ready? It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube.
Fuck, that's a really good one. God damn it. Well, now you're throwing good ones out.
I told you that the next 5 could be ones that you know. That's why I told him to keep going. Because you never know. It was like 5 miles, not 3,
Went to
whatever.
pick up a girl from the 5th grade.
Ew. Robbie's like, and did it happen to you? Did what
When
happen,
they were in
Robbie?
5th grade, like,
Oh,
they're the same age.
I'm like, oh, gross. We were just.
And anyways, he says 12th grade.
We were just talking about that.
I know.
So I'm like,
I think it's a girl I've been trying to dig since the 12th grade.
come here. Your face.
get
Turn your face
closer.
towards me. And a dog hair hanging out on your face right there.
I'll put that
Bothering
one
you.
number 1. What was it called again? Good Day?
It was a good day. Robbie says, did it happen? I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it weird that they're in, like, they're both Ice Cube songs?
No, the other one's Ice-T, different person.
Oh, F the Police. I thought it was NWO.
It was NWA.
NWA, that is, okay, it's the same person.
Ice Cube did that one? I thought that was Ice-T. I thought that
That's
was what...
Cop Killer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Cop Killer, that's right.
I know my rap.
That's right. I
Well,
knew
that
was-
rap,
I
not
knew there was
this
cop
rap.
or police or something in there. And anyways,
Fuck the police coming straight out of Compton.
what was that?
It's my phone.
Oh my god, it's terrifying.
Don't ever say mean things about my phone ever again.
That noise was terrifying.
Yeah, it's a computer one.
Robbie says, and did it happen? I don't know what's happening. Sophie says, never heard of that song. Pico says, most 90s rap isn't really family friendly. Sophie, Vindicator's message retracted. Sophie says, I know I like Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or whatever his name is now. And Ayla says, I like Atmosphere. Yesterday makes my heart sad. Sophie says, I don't know what that many hip-hop songs. And Robbie says, ain't nothing but a G thing. G is the jam, Dr. Dre. Ayla says, 2 schools, a middle and elementary, right? Vindicator says, Public Enemy, both a rap group and a WCW tag team, but not the same people.
Nope.
Okay, I missed number 3, Picola.
Flav!
Picola, number 3, I guess didn't come through, hon. Can you redo number 3? Because I'm just seeing 4 and 5. Ayla's like, take them behind the courthouse, say bye-bye. Right? So he says, Stronger is a good song, even though Kanye is a little nuts.
Did you know that,
Picola,
I think
who's
it was
busy.
St. Louis, but it could have been somewhere else, but I can't remember where it was. Anyways, there was a state that passed this law This is some funny shit. It's not funny because it's super sad, but it's funny because you can't help but laugh. It's like somebody falling and dying. You know, it's funny because they fell, but then they died, and you're like, oh shit, that sucks. But it was funny.
Okay.
Okay. So they passed this law that you could drop a child off at anywhere, hospital, fire station, whatever.
Right.
And then there's no more consequences.
It's called like the heaven something
Right.
or
Okay.
whatever.
So anyways, they passed this through a state legislature. I don't know what state it was, but this is shit gets funny and sad. So 75 kids get dropped off, right? Not in one day, but at this
Right.
time, like within
over a time.
a certain period of time.
Right.
Only 5 were under the age of 12. People
All the rest
came
of them
from-
were 17.
They were over the age of 12.
That's
They were unruly. And people came from other states. So some people drove from Florida.
oh.
Some people drove from like Illinois to get rid of like their 15-year-old. What kind of drive is that? Like, I gotta get rid of you, you son of a bitch.
You'd be so happy.
Like, people are so
Would you be
weird.
euphoric about it?
What is this guy? I can't remember his name.
AJ Styles.
Butch.
Grayson Waller.
That's who that is. Grayson.
Butch.
Who's the other one? Santos Escobar.
Santos.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
Number 3 song.
Ooh. What is it?
The Humpty Dumpty Dance
Oh,
by Digital
I got to go 3 on that one because I put that Good Day number 1. And I would have put that one 1
Okay.
because
And I've got 4 and 5. So hurry
Tupac
up.
was in it.
Humpty Dumpty Dance.
And then that was, I'll put Tupac. Even though it's not Tupac, but I'll
Right.
put it Tupac.
Next song, Stronger by Kanye West.
Don't know it, so I'll put that 5, just hoping that I know the next one.
You might.
Stronger, yeah, I don't know how to spell that. So anyways.
It's Party Up by DMX.
There again, I probably know it because I had like all of his CDs, but I don't know the names of any of them. But I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my, because I'm the corpse. I'm a nasty.
Huh.
Gotta stop.
Sophie says Stronger is a good song, even though Kanye is a little nuts. And Robbie says bonus, which group did Ice Cube sample on the It Was a Good Day song? I don't know.
It was a good day.
Friday? Which group did Ice Cube sample? I don't know. Ayla says I can't help but like Kanye West. He's crazy, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kanye is just a gay fish. He's married to a hobbit.
Do you like fish sticks?
Well, yeah.
Then
That
you're a
makes
gay
you
fish.
fish. What?
I'm not a gay fish.
I'm not a gay fish. I have a wife and children.
A hobbit? Are you?
You're a hobbit?
Are you sure you're not a hobbit?
Are you sure you're not a hobbit?
He calls her like 4 or
Oh.
5 times.
He calls her multiple times during that whole episode. Robbie's like, Ice-T did That's How I'm Living. The film says that funny reference from South Park. What a funny episode. It was like if the police coming straight from the underground, young, got it bad because I'm brown. Oh my goodness. Sophie's like, DMZ, rip to him. Mm-hmm.
DMX?
DMX, yeah. What they meant, but the Z got in the way. Sophie says, isn't Kanye West a preacher now or something? And Pico's like, let's go with T-Rosa film. And Sophie says, funny AJ is the only one that we see the whole entrance for. Ayla says, I don't know anything about him. I just laugh when I hear about him. Sophie says, Kanye West and Taylor Swift have history with each other, like the iconic moment at the MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye West interrupted her speech. Ayla says, I tell my kids all the time we're going to visit the fire station. Judge me. Sophie's like, wasn't DMX born in Idaho or something? Not that I know of. Film's like, yee. Yeah. Kanye. Yay. West. Pico's like, hello, that's the y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. That's Party Up.
Oh, yeah. That's a great song. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's all messed up because it's really hard. And the list before scared me enough that I had to kind of start shoving good, even if they were decent songs, to the top.
Quentin says, I like that Austin theory. This guy really is the now
Yeah.
No more selfie Austin theory.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with Austin.
It was like MFK Fish. I used to sing that to my sister all the time. Sophie says Ice Cube is one of the rappers that are also good at acting. Ravi says it was the Isley brothers that Ice Cube sampled. Okay. People says, are you sure you're not a hobbit? Vinegar's like, so Travis, you didn't listen to any heavy metal when you were a teen?
A little bit.
His sister probably made him listen to some of it.
I had to listen to 80s metal when I was a kid. But I did listen to some, but there's no way I would know any songs or anything. But I listened to like Rob Zombie / White Zombie, like that. A little, Primus, a little bit, but I don't know if that's what you would consider them heavy metal. They're like...
we need Luke in the chat for that crap, because he's the one that knows heavy.
Wes Claypool was like a bassist, and so he played a bass guitar with a whammy. Like, this dude's something else. He sings the song to South Park. I'm going down the
That's funny.
Boom, 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 boom. Nothing better. Have you heard that? Too many puppies?
Maybe.
Oh.
Sophie says, before you said the lyrics, Piccolo, I wouldn't know that song. Piccolo's answering film, and film says either between AJ Styles or Santos will win this match.
Yeah? It's going to be AJ. I mean, I guess it could be Grayson. But it's weird for Grayson and Austin to feud because they're the same guy.
Mm-hmm. Ayla's like, Ayla's like, who's a hobbit?
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian is a hobbit. It's from South Park. Sophie's like, about Ja Rule, did you listen to him?
No.
Sophie says, I mean, Ja Rule. What was your fave 80s rock group, Travis or D? Robbie's with AC/DC.
I didn't notice this until I got older, but all my favorite 80s songs are love ballads. So that's kind of embarrassing to say. But there are some great ones that weren't love ballads.
Right.
And AC/DC is a very good band. To me, when you say AC/DC, I think of the 70s. So I don't think of the 80s with AC/DC, even though they were way into the 80s. But it's like Aerosmith, even though they were around in the 90s, they're a 70s band. Bam! Grayson got the worst of that one. Sunset Powerbomb!
Rosalie Zelensky in the chat. Hey, Rosalie. Nice to see you
thanks
tonight.
for hanging out with us.
Hi, hello. Sophie says this is a banger match so far. Films like Robbie, what up? Vindicator says, oh, did you guys figure out a name for Mr. No Name Puppy Pup yet?
No.
We haven't figured out a name yet. He needs one, though. Pickle's like, Liv Morgan film, and film's like, man, I'm super excited for SummerSlam. Sophie's like, about Billy Joel. Pickle says, they're amazing, those hair bands. It looks like Tool fire. So
I've heard Tool,
forever, like the Rolling Stones.
I know who Tool is, but I've only heard one song, I'm pretty sure. I might have heard another one. My buddy was way into them, but I can't stand them. But there was one song that I didn't mind, and it had like the clay people in it or whatever in the video. That's the only way I remember it.
Oh.
But I don't remember how the song actually went.
Right.
But I do remember one of their songs.
Ayla says, speaking of Tool, we're going to see them in October twice. Nice.
Again? So you're going in October twice, or it'll be your second time this October?
Because
that's what you guys went and saw in Vegas.
Pickle's like, has he eaten your shoes?
No.
He's kind of
He eats
small.
my shoelaces.
Does he?
But so does my cat, so.
He gets stuff to chew on that's not shoelaces. Ayla's like, wait, you got a puppy? Yeah, we introduced him on Monday, I think. You weren't around, probably. Rob is like, just call the puppy D after D. No. Sophie says, Tool, what a perfect name for that band. And Rosalie's like, you don't remember me? We remember you, Rosalie. Thanks for hanging out with us again.
Yeah.
Where you been? Why'd you leave? Why weren't you here?
You should be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because we are.
I'm disappointed in life at you.
We're always here.
Ayla's like, I've seen them twice. I'm going 2 more times, October 14th and the 17th. Jesus, why twice? That's weird.
That seems like...
Wonder if they play the same songs.
They will.
How dumb is that?
It's just weird.
That's just strange.
That's weird.
That's weird. I don't enjoy that. That's strange. That's odd. Did you get, like, free tickets or something? Like, if you got free tickets, a different story, but...
Whatever.
If you paid for tickets for both of them, I'd be like...
I mean, like, to me, it's like, if I got free tickets, I would just give one pair away or sell them for the gas money or whatever to get there.
Right. It was like, what the fuck? Haha, what kind of dog?
It's a Yorkie.
Your mom? It was your mom.
Your mom actually came over and let it
That's
out a
why
few
I was
times
like,
this week.
she's getting married? That's silly.
What's
She's
happening in
in a
the
cage
back?
In the front room right now.
Who
Just
is
kidding.
that? Oh, it's Kross.
Oh no, not your people. Oh no. What are you going to do?
So AJ loses because of that.
Because of that? That's just silly.
So who's going to pin him then? It's not going to be Butch, is it? So AJ's out.
Oh, Grayson Waller attacked his ass.
Waller flies in, hits Butch. Oh, look at this. Santos up top. And Santos could win this.
Get him.
Santos wins.
Santos or AJ. That was what somebody guessed.
Santos was just garbage, and now they're trying to make him relevant. I don't like that.
Don't make him relevant. It's silly.
Well, no, I like him, but don't make him lose to Rey Mysterio's son.
Right? That
And then-
garbage head.
And then all of a sudden be a champion? That's some bullshit. No chance! That's what you've got!
So is
I don't
or
mind
you
this
could be here
makeup
on
of Asuka's.
WWE nights if you don't like AEW. What?
It's a law. It'd be a pain in the butt to do, but I don't hate it. I like that.
Well, I was like, I'm not always here. Whatever. So it was like, how many songs does Tool have to have a full concert? Oh my God, seriously? They've been around for
They have
years.
like 6 albums.
I'm pretty sure they could come up with enough songs to have a full concert twice, Sophie. And it says, it'll be the same songs. So George's birthday is close to it, so George's tickets are free from his brother. Ashley is a VIP member and gets discounts. Mine was $600. Oh my Jesus.
Is it backstage? I would not pay $600 for anything unless it
Rosalie
was
says, I saw
backstage.
you 1 year ago. Yeah, you did. Why weren't you here for a whole year?
I met Martina McBride backstage at a concert.
On purpose?
Then found out, what's wrong with you? Then I found out that a couple years earlier that I had met her at the Garth Brooks concert that I went to. She was working, so her husband is Garth Brooks' stage manager.
Oh, how funny.
And anyway, so that's how she got her start.
Oh, okay.
Is because he knew Garth and said, hey, listen to her, she's good. Anyway, but she was selling T-shirts at the Garth Brooks concert, and I bought a T-shirt, and I was like, that woman has the prettiest eyes I've ever seen. And so I told Jeff, I was like, I have to go talk to this lady and buy a shirt from her. And so I did. I went and talked to her, and I was fucking like 15, 16 years old or something.
Yeah.
Flirting with this 20-something-year-old woman that had really pretty eyes.
That's funny.
Anyways, and then come to find out later on at backstage, I was like, she sure looks like that girl that was selling T-shirts or whatever. And then I don't know how it got brought up, but
You talked to her and asked her that?
literally talked about it.
That's funny.
It was funny. There was nobody else back there. So you had to be a member of a fan club to get in.
Oh.
But I had front row tickets. Dead center, me and Jeff. And I stood on my chair the whole concert. So, which you weren't supposed to do. Security kept trying to get me down. I'm like, I'll just punch you in the face. Like, I will fight you. And so they didn't want to fight me because I was like 15. Well, I was about 17 at this time. Anyways, and I screamed the whole time. And like, one of her songs is My Baby Loves Me Just the Way That I Am. And I would sing Martina Loves Me Just the Way That I Am. And I'd be screaming it. And I'm like this far away from her. Right? So like you can't not hear me. And we're at the Blackfoot Fair, so there's only like, what, 1,000 people there or 800 people or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, and so after the concert, they said, hey, if you want to come back and meet her, if you're in her fan club, you're welcome to. And then some dude came out on stage and he's like, you can come back. I'm like, yes. So I got to go back as well.
That's silly. Let's see. Where was I at?
Third best concert I've ever been to because I got to go backstage and meet her. But
Ayla says George's paying those, so technically mine is free. Sophie says if you go to a Bon Jovi or Rolling Stones, Elton John concert, they have songs to have a full concert. People's like, wow, another lifeline for Escobar. Sophie says they're continuing this AJ Karrion Kross feud for no reason. Vindicator says, yeah, I'm okay with Santos finally getting a push, but his match with Theory will be forgettable anyway because Theory is so bad. Pickle's like, okay, one more list and I'm cooking chicken tenders. Sophie says, what a surprising outcome. Sounds like missing a Charles who will win our dinner match. Maxine or Sarah Logan. Maxine. As Ayla says, Sophie, Tool started in 91 and Maynard, the lead singer, is in 3 bands. Tool, Perfect Circle. That other stupid group. Ravi says $600 living that Gucci life. Whoop whoop. And film says Piccola Bliss or blah blah blah. Kesey Noda is in the chat. Hey Kesey, says Katie. And Sophie says the last concert I went to I think was Justin Timberlake, but I forget the name of what it was. Kesey says hola, hello. Rosalia says I met you. Nice. Vindicator says, but okay, like I said, now sticking around for Asuka and her Drool Fest dancing.
It's the Street Profits.
I'm sure.
What are they
Spawn
doing?
will
They're
ruin
in street
things.
clothes.
Somehow anyway. So yeah, pass it on at all. See you guys on Monday. Peace out. Bye, Vin. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Sophie says never heard of Perfect Circle in the other one. Sophie says I never got backstage tickets for wherever I go.
Who is it?
How am I supposed to know? It's some guy. Hey.
Bobby! It's about damn time.
Sophie says I never got backstage tickets for whenever I go. Pico says, all right, Vindicator, have a good one. Kesey's number 1. Bryce says, so did Santos Escobar lose? No, Santos won. Kesey says KO. Sophie says AJ has beaten Karrion Kross.
They're keeping it going. Maybe Karrion can
Every
get a
time they
victory
met one-on-one. This is not backstage. 600 for both days with the discount.
Is that going to be the new Hurt Business?
I don't know, maybe. That'd be weird, though.
Oh, my God. Street business.
Oh, it's just seriously dumb.
What?
Peter says later, Coca-Cola. Kesey's like drinking, and Pico's like, sure, Bliss film. And Bryce says, hey, Picola, how's life? Kesey's like, message retracted, and film says, okay, Picola, well done. Okay, here's the last one we go. And Sophie says, I don't know. I didn't know that Tool was still around. It was like one's in Boise, the other one is in IF.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they were that close.
I was like, Bobby ready to kick ass. Pico's like, very tired, Bryce. Ayla says, well, that's sad, Sophie. Good band. I was like, or not, they left to get wings. LOL. Yeah, they left to get wings.
Cameron Grimes in the back.
What better way?
We could put wings in that powder stuff and leave it overnight or something. Then you cook them in the morning. Or not morning.
I'm not
but...
preparing them tonight, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, hell no. I'm not doing that after this. I was like, D not intestinal in wrestling.
Yeah, she's not very intestinal with it. She doesn't have that intestinal fortitude.
Cortland says, please, yes, but if Bobby and the Street Profits become a stable, should they be face or heel? What?
It's a bruise.
What bruise? Oh, guess there was a bruise there. It was like, that's why we're going, Travis. They're coming here. I'm super excited.
That's pretty cool, actually. What? When is this? October? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, October. P. Cola is giving you a song. Ready?
Listening.
Superstar by Lupe Fiasco.
What about it?
That's the song for your list.
No idea. 5. Unless it's Ghetto Superstar, that is what you are. It's not that one. It's not that one.
Is.
Nobody does.
It was like, God, D, get intestinal,
what
right?
What was it called again?
Superstar. Bryce says, well, gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nicole. I mean, we all get tired sometimes. Rob is like, interested.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, everybody says, talk to him.
Yeah.
It's like, the next song, Beautiful by Pharrell and Snoop Dogg.
You are beautiful in every single way. I have no fucking idea. Beautiful. Put that one 4th.
It was like October 14th and 17th. They says, no, Robbie, interested is wrong. It's intestinal. And Bryce is like, yeah.
Snoop-a-loop.
Okay.
Nobody.
Stands head and shoulders above them all. Pickle is number 3. Nothing but a J thing by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, sorry, did you say something?
Yep.
Why would you say it during his speech?
Oh my God. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah. 5 guys.
Burgers?
Why do you want that title? Go after Roman's title. Yeah. I love that they're saying yeah instead of what. That's cool.
Those people had signs even, so that people that can't say words can read it.
Yeah. L.A. Knight. All right, what was the song?
Nothing but a G thing by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
I have to go number 1 there just because I don't know the other ones. Nothing
Bryce
but
says, hey, Phil, you going to tell Travis
G.
like you always do on this live stream. Ayla's like, I'm so intestinal about this chat. I was like, Bryce, let me talk to him. Yeah. Robbie's like, Pharrell Williams from NERD Nerd featuring Snoop. Beautiful. Nobody knows it.
That's a song?
I guess.
Is that one of them?
Beautiful was the one that you put it, whatever you did.
Oh,
That's
here
from
comes
Robbie,
Esther.
not a song that Pico is putting out. Sophie says, I thought I read somewhere that the WWE is going to host a pay-per-view in a place where there is a sphere. Yeah, Las Vegas.
Vegas. They're going to do it in the Sphere. Oh, that would be sicker than syphilis.
That'd be sicker than syphilis. Picola's
That's on, by the
giving
way.
you your
That Spear. They have the outside on, and it's sick.
song 4.
Cool.
Bad and Bougie by Migos.
I don't know what that is, but...
Sounds
Can I
like
put it at
friend
6?
Travis, let me talk to you.
Bad and
Travis.
what? Boogie?
Bad and Bougie.
What the fuck is a bougie?
Bougie just means like you're...
B-U-S-S?
She's bougie right now. She's all dressed up. She's
Gaudy?
all fancy. Fancy pants.
Bougie? Like B-U-S-H-Y?
B-O-U-J-E-E. Bougie.
What the fuck? B-O what?
U.
B-O-U.
J.
J.
E-E.
Bougie?
Bougie. Zh. Rosalie says, do you like Tupac?
I can't believe I had to put that 3rd. Anyways, but I don't know the last 2.
Do you like Tupac?
Yeah, Tupac's
There
one
you
of
go.
the greatest ever.
Ayla says, I'm leaving. Good night. Okay, Ayla, bye. Go eat peas. So it was like, do you like Mary J. Blige?
No.
Thumbs like, Piccola.
No,
who you
no,
gonna
no.
Get licked? And Piccola says, good night, Ayla. Enjoy the wedding events. Robbie says, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 4. And Piccola says, the 5th and final song is Rosa Parks by Outkast.
I'll put that. That's fine, too. Honestly, this is probably the real order. That one, you know that song.
Rosa Parks by Outkast.
I'm pretty sure it's,
Probably.
push that boat, everybody head to the back of the bus.
Yeah.
I
Sophie
don't
says,
know how it
oh,
goes,
Vegas
but-
has a sphere.
I think
Didn't know
that's
that.
it.
It's new, Sophie. That's why you didn't know.
So what was it called?
Rosa Parks by Outkast, you freak. Robbie's like, the Migos are that mumble auto-tune rap crap.
Yeah, I
People's
don't know.
like Becky Lynch film and Juice WRLD fan clubs in the chat.
Oh,
I'm on Team Uso.
Uso Penitentiary.
You're not on the bloodline. You're not with the tribal whatever guy, chief dude. Heyman.
Because he's Juice WRLD?
No, he said he's on Team Uso, and I said, oh yeah, you're not on the other side. of the
Oh, he doesn't
bloodline."
like the bloodline. He just likes the Uso Penitentiary.
The film says it's not about main event time. I don't think it's a main event, but sure, buddy. Film's like, Picola, nice pick. It's a good pick. Sophie's like, wow, what a bunch of surprises with all these songs. I heard of most of them.
What?
And Film's like, thank you for playing. And Robbie says, Outcast, that is a tune. That's a classic.
Like it. Used to listen to that at the club back in the day.
Ooh, the club. Like the dance club?
I can't remember what it was called. What was it called?
Main event?
Okay, you're throwing it off.
Which club are you talking about?
Was it The Rock?
Are you talking about the club that was on First Street?
Was that The Rock?
Maybe? Or are you talking about the club that was off of Gould Overpass?
Gould or School? Oh, I remember that one. That one came out later. That one was never really
So you're
good.
talking about the one on First.
Yeah.
Right by where the bent overpass
Right.
is underneath the bridge.
What is The Rock? Was that one?
I don't remember.
I remember going to The Rock all the time, and it was really
It might have
fun.
been that
But
one.
now I can't remember where it was.
Juice says Solo be crazy.
The shit didn't even open till 2.
Yeah. Well,
That's how great it was
Sophie
in this
says back
town
in
at
the
one
day
time.
as old people speak. And Robbie says, D, well, it's not a club for knitting. Maybe it should be. So he's like, there's a video of Solo in the kitchen when he is like a few years younger. Cool.
Cool! I'm ready to play again. I got my 2 right.
He's going to make himself some food. Chicken tenders.
I didn't know. How would I know?
He
I'm
said,
sitting here.
last one before I make myself chicken tenders.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
I told you that earlier. It's not my fault you don't listen.
I don't know what you're saying.
You don't ever listen.
Because I don't know what you're
anything.
saying.
No words.
You know,
ever.
there's wrestling on. Remember that sport?
There wasn't anything happening
Remember
when I
it's
said
intestinal?
that. There was nothing happening when I said that. I was like, did you get drunk at the club?
They don't drink at our clubs.
What are you talking about? Drunk? You know that those clubs opened before we were 21? Like, most of those clubs were going before we were 21. I think there was maybe one that was still going after we were 21.
I can't believe that, but you're right. One of the funnest ones I ever went to was at Dudley's. That was
And you
the
had to
fun
get
one.
a stamp. You had to get a stamp in order to get in.
I had a
because
fake ID.
you had to be, you were under 21.
I had a fake ID.
I
Or
did
I
not.
knew people.
I don't even know if I went. I think I maybe went to the one under.
Hey,
the
it's
underpass
Oscar.
One time, and that was it. And was like, "This is stupid, seizure-inducing." Anyway, Sophie's like, "I love chicken tenders." Pickle's like, used to go to a place called the Fox Trap, and my one cousin had always flirted with Roy Jones Jr. back in the day.
That's funny.
Feels like Miss D, you might be right because EST isn't fighting Charlotte Flair, but no worries. Yeah, it's not a triple threat tonight, sweetie. Charlotte Flair's going to be there, though. Because Io Sky
Has
was
a
making,
briefcase.
like, things saying that she was going to come put in her bucket, whatever thing.
It's a briefcase, not a
Briefcase on it.
bucket. She's going to cash in her bucket.
She's going to cash in her bucket.
Is that me kick the bucket? Is that dying?
I don't know.
I'm going to cash in my bucket tonight, guys.
He says, I'm not a club-going person. It feels like EST is definitely going to beat the Impressive tomorrow, but not for a title, unfortunately. I was like, going to a club sober.
13 minutes left in this. Well, probably a little less than that, but.
Sophie's like, it'll be interesting what the ratings for this is going to be. Yeah, I care so much.
2 million. Not a huge fan of the body, but I definitely think that Esther has a really cute face. Like, she's like really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Not pretty or, just really cute. Like when she was out there with Charlotte earlier. I was like, oh my God, she's like a doll.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't Daphne be the referee? Why does this broad have to be the referee?
Why
No
do we
one
have to
likes
have
you!
Jessica as our ref tonight. Nobody likes ref Jessica.
She's like,
lousy at her
It's
job.
me, Jessica. And it's like, maybe. Oh, there they come. Look at with tickets.
Film is booing Asuka, and Robbie says,
Can we just get
"Asuka,
underway,
just
ref?"
Get the Asuka lock and never let go.
There it is. We're underway.
What's happening?
Now this one's ahead. That one's been ahead all night. Now this one is. That's weird.
So athletic, and her highness.
I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to say that sometimes, but anyway.
Which part?
Athletic.
She's so athletic. Why? Why can't they say it? What's wrong with it?
It's stereotypical.
Piccola says they should have given the match 20 minutes. That's terrifying, Piccola.
What?
Robbie says, D, stop hating on the ref. Sophie says, women main eventing SmackDown has been a while since that happened. Film says, honestly, I just call it the WWE Undisputed Women's Championship because it has the word undisputed on it. Does it? I haven't seen it close enough to know that.
Wouldn't it be funny if Bailey the Barber Beefcake came in and cut Esther's ponytail off?
Ooh, that would be terrifying. And then she had to have a shorter ponytail.
And then she shaved her head.
Oh no, don't shave the head. That's weird.
She became a bald head. Oh. And then they teamed up, her and Shotzi. I knew the name would come to me. Just had to think about it for a second.
Sophie says at least Bobby Lashley isn't on the milk carton now.
No, he's back in the street business. They have a new team. It's the greatest team ever. Street business. Oh, Charlotte!
Team too.
Everybody's buying front row tickets. They're still having for sale, guys. Anybody can buy one.
And the commercial.
Why would they buy front row tickets? I mean, how do you get front row tickets after the shit started and the front row's full?
Scalpers.
Printers outside. There's printing out tickets.
Here you go.
Here's my ticket. It's not even ripped. It's not a stub. It's the whole thing. I got a ticket.
Sophie says at least Bobby Lashley isn't on a milk carton now.
Yeah.
And Sophie says we haven't seen Bobby on WWE TV in a long time. He disappeared after Mania.
It's good
Robbie
to see him
says
back.
Bailey mocking this match. You just know this match will end in a brawl.
Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of broads up in there. You know, and then the thing is how do they do it? Because, I mean, obviously Io's not in the feud, but she is going to cash in at SummerSlam. And so is she going to be at ringside? And is Bailey going to screw it over?
Somebody will have to, because there's no way they're going to just take it off of, not have it on Bianca, not have it on Asuka,
Right.
and not have it on Charlotte, to give it to fucking Io Sky to hold for, what, a week like they did with Nikki Cross?
Right. So what I would do with it would be, and this would be how I would write it, is I would have the triple threat, and then I'd have Io come in to cash in with Bailey with her, right? So Bailey has the briefcase. She hands it to the referee, and then turns around. Something happens where she detracts from it, and then Io Sky fails. She doesn't get it. So Charlotte bro kicks her. You know, she's got that. And then it hits her with natural selection and then pins her.
Right.
And then retains. Or Esther hits her with her KOD.
Whatever.
Or Asuka puts her in the Asuka. Whatever they go with it. But have it a failed attempt. Because of Bailey, then they can split that. And then they can sell forward with those two. And that, I mean, they were going that way anyways when Dakota was around. And then once Dakota left, they're like, shit, we need these girls in a tag team. And so they stopped the breakup hints. But they could just finish that story off and head it right into winter.
Anyways, Brian says, okay, guys, I'm headed to bed. Bye. Peace out. See you guys in the next live stream for Monday, if not AEW time. All right, Bryce, have a great weekend. Take care. We'll see you on Monday, because that's when we will be back. Phil says, bye, Bryce. And Sophie says SmackDown was sold out or near a sellout. Sophie says it is looking like they are setting up a four-way match between all four women. Phil says, I don't want Io Sky to lose it, a.k.a. the Money in the Briefcase. Money in the Bank briefcase. And Sophie says, Priest is also a briefcase holder. Why doesn't he show up on SmackDown to tease a cash-in like he's done on Raw? On NXT Raw. Because Roman is the champion on SmackDown. And they're already having him have a story with his cousin and family issues. So it would be weird to throw Damian in that. He would know it would be a complete fail. At least this way, he keeps it for a while. It's not an immediate move. And
Oh, pops her up, down and around. Moonsault. Two.
Robbie says Esta doesn't deserve a title shot. She's overpushed and annoying. So he says the main could cash in on a mid-card championship as well.
Yeah, but we don't want
Would
to see
they
that. I don't like that idea. I forgot who the men's Money in the Bank was.
Damian Priest.
Oh, that's kind of silly. Yeah, he needs to cash it in like the Intercontinental title or something.
He's definitely a mid-card type of champion because he has been before.
It'd be weird if he was heavyweight champion. Like, I don't know where they would go with that unless they're really trying to put it on Finn.
Yeah.
But why would
maybe.
you want to put a title on Finn? Anyways, yeah, Seth, I feel like, has that title on lockdown for a minute.
Mm-hmm. I
Maybe
mean, he should, but...
at least until the new year would be my guess.
Okay. Rob is like, will Asuka use the mist? I don't know.
Yes.
Those guys sitting next to Charlotte, they're just like... just staring straight ahead. It's pretty funny, actually.
I would have my phone like this the whole time.
She's right next to me. You don't understand. What's even funnier is, like, she's right in the camera view.
Oh, of course she is, yeah. She's
right
in the hard
there.
camera, yeah. She's sitting front row
there,
in the middle, yeah.
Like, right there. So my question is was the seat always empty and nobody was there?
No, they probably just
Or
had
they're
filler.
like, okay, we need you guys to move over.
They have fillers, so they probably just filled it.
They're like...
They could also not
They're
even
like,
be real
okay.
fans.
Person in the middle, our filler guy, we need you to leave and go to the bathroom and not come back.
That's fine. It's just Esther and Asuka.
I understand. It's just funny. Man.
Whoop.
How would you tell him? Like, just come by. The security comes by. I'm sorry, sir, but you have to leave.
That's not. They have seat fillers. They literally have a group of people that almost go to all these events.
I get it.
Okay, good.
But how do they tell him? God damn, dude.
Hey,
Fuck.
tonight when the show starts, this is a 7:00 in the morning meeting. We're going to do this. Okay.
That's fine. And then they go over and tell him, like, okay, it's happening now.
Yeah.
Or they're just like, oh, there she comes. I better get out of the seat.
Well, there she is. Yeah, now it's my
Oh my
cue.
God.
I'm going to move over one, or I'm going to move back one, or whatever it is. Here's Charlotte. She just wants that title shot against those three.
She took her shoes off, though.
Yeah.
Good girl. Smart.
Takes Bailey's head clean off.
She's going to attack you.
That waste of flesh. What are you going to do? Cash in on Esther? She's not even the champion. Oh, spear! There's a disqualification, and Asuka wins. By the way, I called this afternoon. Charlotte got hit in the elbows. That's terrible.
Wow. Film's like, go us to go. And Robbie's like, which word starts with W and ends in T?
What?
Sophie says, what are your plans for this weekend?
What is this
nothing.
weekend? I don't think there's anything going on.
Bailey's like, get her. You should totally cash in right now. You should cash in. Go in there. Get it in there. Who's going to make it so it doesn't happen?
Well, any one of the three. Let her hit her weird-ass flip that she does.
Asuka's like, no, spit. There's the mist. There, Ravi. She did use the mist on Bailey.
Asuka!
Asuka! Asuka! That's funny, actually. Ravi says Esther needs her head rammed onto the briefcase. And Ravi's like, oh, what? Yeah.
Bailey got misted.
Kinda. I feel like she flew away from it as fast as she could.
Yeah, she went straight down.
Alrighty, well, that was silly.
Well, good deal.
Tim says, do you suspect EO to do what Seth Rollins did in Mania by cashing in during the triple threat match to make it a 4-way?
She could do it that way. There would be nothing wrong with that.
Robbie says, all that spit and blue mist, lol, right? Gross. Well, that's the end of SmackDown for tonight, guys.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back again, of course, on Monday for Raw. If you're an AEW person, don't forget that they do have that Collision show, and I guess the Battle of the Belts is tomorrow night, Saturday night.
So you get 3 hours of AEW on Saturday.
Yeah.
If you want it.
If that's what
it's there for you.
Anyways, we won't see you guys again until Monday. Have a fun and safe weekend, everybody. If you're getting some heat waves, be safe out there. Drink water. Stay in the coolness, shade, and whatnots. Okay?
Throwing shade. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.